Hey Chanclan viewers, another follow-up video today on how to set up your variable refresh rate on the Xbox Series X, and some comments just regarding the viewing angles. You have Gears of War 5 here. You can see there's a little bit of a reflection off the glass here, but overall you have pretty good viewing angles from the top down. We are in a brightly lit room, but side to side we have good picture clarity. So one of our readers requested that. And going back to the actual game setup. Now, if you take a look in your account bar here and go to settings, the TV actually has a built-in game bar. So if you go to settings and go all the way over to game mode, so the setting bar actually has three settings: off, auto, and on. Now if you turn it on, you'll see this different bar pop up here, and this different bar allows us to take a look at the input settings that the Xbox passes to the TV. So now that we're on that, you can go to game mode, and in game mode you can actually see that you have different adjusters: sound, dynamic, black, equalizer, game HDR. Actually, game HDR makes it a little brighter. I actually like that. So let's go back to taking a look at our game mode settings again. So again, back to settings, game mode can be auto, off, or on. And then here you have some additional features here. You can switch the screen resolution if you're using a PC input. Screen position, you can adjust that further. Game mode settings, troubleshooting. Now you can also see that this also gives us the status of what our input signal is doing. So input lag right here is on the fastest setting. Frames per second right now is locked on 60, HDR is on, variable refresh rate is displaying FreeSync Premium, and receivers going to HDMI. Now, you do have to make sure your input source also matches that. So this actually requires some configuration on the Xbox. So let me just pull up the Xbox menu. So if you go to the Xbox menu and go to your, just hit your icon, go to your settings. So what you can do in settings is, as you go to TV and display options, you'll be able to take a look at your resolution. Make sure you select that as 4K. Your refresh rate, if your game supports it. Now, not every game supports 120 hertz, but you'll want to set this instead of 60 hertz to 120 hertz. And then you also want to go to your TV setup here, just to make sure what you are looking at. So you can see that this is the, again, we're talking about the Q70A series, the 2021 series. This TV, as reported by the Xbox, supports up to 4K at 120 hertz. This requires the ultra high speed HDMI cable, and of note, you need to plug this in on the labeled HDMI 4 port, which has a little game icon on the back of the TV. Let's actually take a look. As we walk back there, you'll notice that this HDMI 4 port, you can see right there, actually has a little game icon, gaming controller icon. That HDMI 4 port is the only one on this model that has HDMI 2.1, and the HDMI 2.1 enables that variable refresh rate. Playing games supports HDR10 for gaming, supports 4K at 120. Watching movies, blah, 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 supports 4K, but does not support Dolby Vision. And we knew that just from the original specs. What else? Capturing games, we can capture in HDR as well as 4K. So video modes, you want to go here as well and tick these boxes. Allow auto low latency mode, that allows for that input game mode to be the input lag to be optimized to lowest. And then this one is important. So you want to click allow variable refresh rate because this eliminates screen stuttering and tearing during gameplay mode. TVs support either HDMI, VRR, and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro technologies. You may notice some choppiness while playing back game captures when this is enabled. So again, click that. If any of these aren't checked, I would recommend checking all of these. Don't need that checked unless you're having some coloring issues. You can calibrate your TV further and actually calibrate the color settings and contrast settings. So you can actually go in here and do the wizard here where we can take a look at the minimum luminance, darker, brighter. That's probably good. You want, there you go, you can see that. Maximum. So we want that a little brighter. All the blocks have the same brightness. There we go. Go a little bit brighter there. There we go. Calibrated image, uncalibrated image. Sure, why not? They look basically the same. This is maximized gameplay with HDR on, variable refresh rate. This title again is at 60 Hertz, but everything is set up correctly, and variable refresh rates are enabled. And Dolby audio is also passing through to our Sonos soundbar. You can check out my Xbox calibration video for that. Again, that's just an Xbox setting. As long as on this TV you have your audio set on HDMI 2 with the eARC, then it should return just fine. So one of the users asked about NVIDIA. Unfortunately, I don't have an NVIDIA PC. I can just link up to this. If you plug in your PC to HDMI 4, NVIDIA should support this through the HDMI 2.1 spec. It will not be G-Sync, but it will basically be FreeSync or G-Sync compatible. So that should also be beneficial. So hopefully this demonstration helps you understand how to set up the Xbox Series X with the new Samsung Q70A and make sure all your features are enabled so that you do get variable refresh rate, low input lag, and also calibrate your HDR on your game mode settings. And that's how you enable the game bar also for the TV to support and actually demonstrate that. All right, thanks for watching this quick tip on the Samsung Q70A 2021 series video. Check out a longer gameplay capture of Battle for Neighborville on PVZ, as well as our initial demonstration and review.